So, we've had a change in the lever system. Are these new rules out of line? Maybe. How's it going? Inurbane here. We have on our hands a change to the lever system in Overwatch. You've probably seen videos on this 100 times already. Force covered it, Your Overwatch, and a few others. But I look at this from a different angle. So the discussion is about the change, obviously. Is it too harsh, or is it still not enough? Well, as soon as you leave a competitive match, you no longer have the 1 minute to return. Even if you do return, you are immediately marked as a leaver and will be penalized as such. Penalties start out small, and if you continue to leave matches, you can be suspended or permanently banned from competitive for the whole season, forfeiting all possible rewards you may have earned. Now this system, it's a little bit much, right? Well, I would have to disagree. Say you're in a competitive match. You and your team are doing great, and suddenly, oops, someone on your team leaves. Maybe they had a disconnect. Maybe they needed to have a shit immediately, and there was no possible way of holding it in. Like the kind that comes from going within 500 meters of a McDonald's after a few drinks at the pub. So not only do you have the build-up from the drinks, but the McDonald's as well. It's not a pretty situation. And wow, I got sidetracked. Back on topic. So you're in a competitive match and someone leaves. The team that the lever is on almost immediately loses, unless the remaining 5 suddenly kick into overdrive and do nothing but play flawlessly. You're, as the French say, je ne sais fucked. Hell, I was in a match earlier where 5 of the enemy team left the match. Nothing but a lonely old Farah left. The team lost the first point, they knew the match was going in a bad direction, and instead of sticking with it, they took the easy way out. Sadly, they probably could have made a comeback, but there are a lot of people who just want that quick win. They don't play the game for the sake of the game, or even have fun doing so. The only enjoyment they get is from winning. The rest is just a trivial, mundane time waste to them. A lot of these people are the ones who shit on their teams if someone so much as makes one mistake. When people leaving, not only does this cause you to lose SR, but it wastes your time and ruins your experience. No one wants to be steamrolled, and with even a single man down, that's most likely what's going to happen. Now, what can happen after this steamrolling? Gotta think of the after effects here. Maybe a little bit of tilting, some bad attitudes, some flaming. Maybe the next match, the Mercy isn't healing them just right, and they decide, this is a good time to express all the racial intolerance I've been holding inside. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but you know what I'm getting at. We're all aware that not everyone that plays Overwatch is the most mild-tempered. Just because you're a man down, do you think the enemy team isn't going to take full advantage of the situation? Yes, there are the very odd situations where the teams agree to draw, but let's be honest here, that's not the majority. The majority will thoroughly steamroll your team while having a good old laugh in the chat while doing so. What about those that just have bad internet? Not everyone is leaving because a Symmetra killed them 3 times, teabagging them every time. I still can't believe that happened. Lucky bitch. Anywho, those who DC with no control over it, yeah, that sucks. But you shouldn't have any special treatment. If you have bad internet and continue to play competitive, you are knowingly risking the match for your entire team by queuing up. There are exceptions, like for most things, but if you know your internet isn't the best, maybe competitive isn't the place for you. Even the enemy team can be affected in a negative way by this happening. Say they get a bunch of lucky wins due to DCs here and there on the other team, and they make it up to Diamond or even higher. Should they have been there? Are they on the same skill level, or are they just lucky, and now we're going to spend the next 10 matches having their feelings thoroughly hurt? Do you see now how this can negatively affect everyone involved? And this isn't even all the examples. I have about 15 other ones on my screen right now. I write scripts, I'm special. Now I would even say quick play needs a slightly harsher rule to it. I hardly want to touch it after the 10,000th time queuing into a match, only to have half the team bail after wiping once. At least in quick play, there isn't any SR to be lost after a loss. Lost after a loss, you have no idea how many times I had to try to say that. But at the same time, that's less experience. Maybe you were close to another loot box. Those things are like cocaine. Whenever I get one, I'm like a 10-year-old on Christmas morning. And now that you lost because of a lever, you have to play another match. And what if it happens again? Alright, now there's 3 matches. I totally don't know this from first-hand experience, I swear. But okay. I could ramble about this for hours. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a part 2 and do exactly that. But with every grievance, I at least try to offer a solution. I saw a great idea in a comment earlier, and thought that this might be a little bit of a band-aid to the lever situation. Mainly in competitive. Quick play, people are usually replaced rather quickly, and thus the shit show continues. Not so much in competitive. The idea was replace the lever with a bot. The game already has bots, so why not? It doesn't have to be the goddamn Terminator, but at least it's another body. Even randomly generate a name so the enemy team thinks it's a real player, or that nobody left to begin with. Hell, Paladins does this. Goddamn Paladins. And it works. I played that game for a few hours, and if somebody leaves, they're immediately replaced with a bot. And if they come back, they take control again. It's not always about landing those shots. Sometimes simply having another body can be the difference between winning and losing. But either way, I've rambled off long enough in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you have your own ideas for the solution? Let me know. And as always, this has been Inurbane, and I will catch you later.